During the 2010 election period, police authorities in Malay, Aklan, acting on an information, set up a checkpoint to enforce the election gun ban. A public utility bus was stopped, and while inspecting the passengers, a police officer noticed the handle of a firearm protruding from a belt bag worn by Arturo Sullano. Upon inquiry, Sullano failed to present any written authority from the Commission on Elections, Comelec, to carry a firearm. The officers seized a loaded caliber .45 pistol with ammunition and arrested him without a warrant. Sullano was charged with illegal possession, carrying of a firearm during the election period. He argued that the search was illegal and that carrying a firearm inside a vehicle should be considered within the protection of one's residence or personal space. The trial court and the Court of Appeals both convicted him, prompting Sullano to elevate the case to the Supreme Court. Issues 1. Whether the warrantless search and seizure of the firearm was valid. 2. Whether carrying a firearm inside a vehicle during the election period is exempt as being within one's residence or extension thereof. 3. Whether the accused may be convicted despite allegedly having a license to own the firearm. The Supreme Court denied the petition and affirmed the conviction. Held 1. The warrantless arrest and seizure were valid. The court ruled that the firearm was discovered under the Plainview Doctrine. The police officer was lawfully in a position to observe the firearm, and its incriminating nature was immediately apparent given the ongoing election gun ban. Hence, the seizure and arrest were valid in flagrante delicto. 2. A vehicle is not a residence or an extension thereof. The court categorically held that a motor vehicle is not a residence, place of business, or an extension of either. Thus, carrying a firearm inside a vehicle does not fall under any exemption to the election gun ban. The court rejected the argument that privacy expectations inside a vehicle are equivalent to those inside a home. A motor vehicle is legally distinct from a residence. A firearm owner cannot invoke the protection of being inside the home when carrying a firearm in a vehicle during periods of firearm restriction, such as the election period. 3. License to own and authority to carry. Even assuming the accused had a license to own the firearm, the court emphasized that ownership is distinct from authority to carry. During the election period, Comelec written authorization is required. In its absence, possession or carrying outside the residence is unlawful. Disposition. Conviction affirmed.